Hey guys, it's the Nerdy Movie Guy. So today I'm going to talk about another spooky movie, Child's Play. Now, when I ordered this movie off of Amazon, I was trying to find the version I wanted, and I know there's been Blu-ray versions, but there's now a 4K version, and I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're in the middle of formatting all of the Child's Play / Chucky movies into 4K. So Scream Factory actually made a copy. So this was the copy I ended up with, the 4K Scream Factory copy. So if you guys don't know much about Scream Factory, they make the artwork for horror movies. So a lot of the movies, they'll just have neater artwork. A lot of movies won't really have much on the side or, original art. A lot of times the movies will just have the movie poster as the physical media cover. So Scream Factory is pretty cool. I try to get Scream Factory copy when I can. They, I believe, only make horror movies, covers for horror movies, and I've got a couple. So this is pretty cool to have. I hope they make Scream Factory copies for the rest of the Child's Play movies when I get around to purchasing the rest of them. So this is pretty cool. Now, I didn't really know what to expect with this movie because I honestly haven't heard much about it. You have your franchises like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Saw. I've heard a little bit about them. I kind of knew who the main villain was. I knew a little bit about it. And although I knew Chucky was the villain in Child's Play, I didn't know anything about it. So the opening of the movie, I think it's about the first 10 minutes, you really get the reason as to who Chucky is, why he's a doll, why, he has this murderous tendency, and it kind of explains a lot. And then when you go throughout the movie, obviously, if you guys know anything about it, it's about a kid, has this doll, but it's a murderer. So it kind of takes that theme, and it kind of plays with it a little bit, where there are some times where it's like, oh, gosh, the doll's doing something evil, and of course, nobody's believing him that it was Chucky. And then there's further along the movie where the kid gets screwed over because of his allegiance to the doll that he, didn't think was alive in the first place. And it's just one of these things where you almost feel bad for certain characters at certain points. And it kind of plays with your emotion a little bit, with the main characters. And this is one of those movies where I didn't know it was going to be this kind of plot where there's this big thing where this guy's soul ends up in the doll. I didn't know it was something like that. I thought it was more of like a Frankenstein kind of thing. But that just shows what little I knew about the movie. So I got to be pleasantly surprised when watching this for the first time. And this movie is one of those kinds where the beginning, the middle, the end, it's kind of, the pace is building toward a big climax. And I thought it was really interesting. There's this big battle in the end. Of course, it's, your heroes against Chucky. And it's one of those movies, there's not a lot of pop-outs. There's not a lot of jump scares. But the way Chucky gets, minor spoilers, battle damaged, I guess, for lack of a better term, it looks really creepy. And this is honestly one of the most eerie appearances I've seen of a horror movie villain. And it's just the things he says, the mannerisms, however they filmed this doll come to life. It just looked a little creepy. And it just kind of sits with you for a little bit. It's like, gosh, I don't ever want a Chucky doll in my house. I'm probably never buy one. I know there's a lot of horror fans out there that love collecting memorabilia, but I feel like, me personally, I would just be a little too freaked out. That's just me being skittish. So regardless, I love the movie. I thought it was really cool. I know there's a lot of other films in this film franchise. So I'm excited to check them out. I gotta hunt them down, hunt a physical copy. Hopefully I'll get the Scream Factory editions. If not, I'll keep you guys updated as to which copy I can find at which price. They're not too bad. I think when I purchased it, it was $20. A lot of the Scream Factory being, this label, it's gonna be a little bit more pricier than your generic, mostly Blu-ray versions of these movies. But for $20 for the 4K collector's edition, if you just want to buy the Blu-ray, you're probably gonna get this for probably $10 or less. So if you're trying to collect the movies, you kind of have two options. You have your cheaper route, or you have the collector's edition route. So either way, it's fun to watch. There's fun ways to collect the movie. There's all kinds of different versions of however many movies are in certain collector's editions. So there's plenty to choose from when it comes to purchasing these movies. So thanks again, guys, for watching.